Boker Tov. Thank you for sticking around. We're continuing with Melachot Shabbat, Hilchot Bishul from Maaseh Shabbat. First chapter. We're going to introduce today. We're going to talk about the Melechet, a ladle. We alluded to this in the past. I mentioned it before when it came to taking different. You got it yourself. Good job, Abba. Good job. Pick it up. Whatever fell, you can pick it up. It's clean. You can pick it up. So let's see how the halakha views a matzeket, a ladle, in regards to kli rishon or kli sheni. We know the answer, but it's important to see it fully inside. We've already established that a kli rishon is capable of cooking, while a kli sheni is incapable of cooking. You want more? V'yesh ladun. What? That's a tzedakah box. V'yesh ladun odot melechet sheichnisuah letoch kli rishon v'sha'avu ba'tavshil. We have to discuss regarding a ladle that we submerged into a kli rishon and we used it to draw out a dish. Haim nidonit hi kekli rishon מאחר שנתחממה מכלי ראשון ואינה מצננת את התבשיל בשבתוכה, או שנדונית היא ככלי שני. Like we said earlier, is it considered a kli rishon that it cooks whatever's inside of it, or a kli sheni that is incapable of cooking whatever's inside of it? וכמו כן יש, וכמו כן יש לדון לעניין העירוי מן המצקת. Similarly, we have to discuss pouring from the ladle. What's the category? How do you define pouring from the ladle? Perfect. I love that's a great job. You're eating over the plate. You're doing perfectly. You're doing good. Do it however you like. Do it as you like. Good. Haim nidonit hu ke'irui mikli rishon or ke'irui mikli sheni. Again, once you establish the status of the matzeket, the ladle, then pouring from the ladle will be either pouring from a kli rishon or pouring from a kli sheni, which we saw has a major nafkamina, a major practical difference.
How can we say it's a kli rishon? Why would it be a kli rishon?
So we'll see why it could be a kli rishon. If it gets hot, why wouldn't it be a kli rishon?
If you take it out, isn't it?
Good. So that's the machloket. So the halacha, we summarize it. Uldina lehalacha hechriu aposkim da matzeket atzma nidonit kekli rishon bekol inyan. They say that the matzeket itself is considered like a kli rishon in all regards. But get this: when you pour from the ladle, it's considered like pouring from a kli sheni. We'll see the halachot pertaining to this momentarily. So again, this is a very interesting opinion that he brings down. They start with the Taz in Yoreh De'ah that brings the Maharil that says a kli that you draw water with is considered a kli sheni. Ve'asur lagilo bo kevan shinpatel bo mishum bishul harortchin. So they bring the poskim. Very, very good. Here. So they explain Unyan Halacha B'Shulchan Aruch Yoreh De'ah Siman Tzadi Daled Seif Bet Pasak Kesamak V'Vuar de Sfira Le, okay? Vuar de Sfira Le De'af Sheketachavu Akaf B'Kedera Rega Kememra Dina Kekli Rishon. Maran is posek that when you submerge a serving spoon in a bowl, in a dish, in a pot, even momentarily, it becomes like a kli rishon. The Pri Megadim brings it as well in the opinion of the Shulchan Aruch. Very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. וכל זה דלא כקצת האחרונים שכתבו להקל בדבר כשלא עלו בו הרתיחות וזו אין לדעת מה השולחן ערוך. This is all not according to the Achronim. We say, and we saw this earlier in the Shema Shabbat Hilcheta, that it needs to become the temperature of the Kli Rishon to become the Kli Rishon. As of now, they're saying generally the ladle is a Kli Rishon, but pouring from it is like pouring from a Kli Sheni. It's a unique in between.
Is there a reason why they say that?
It's a good question. We'll see. Let's see over here.
Only should there be like
Lechora. Yeah.
Is it the same thing? You just put any vessel inside?
Yeah, for sure. Anything. Yeah. and he's serving, and he,
You didn't even put a cup.
yeah. The Torah. Maybe it needs to be fully submerged. Maybe, good question. But not all serving spoons are necessarily metal. It's a good question. So let's see the halacha. Din hamatzeket atzma, matzeket o kli sheiknisam letoch kli rishon, nidonim kekli rishon. A ladle or any keli that is submerged in a kli rishon is treated like a kli rishon. Okay? Therefore, lefichach, im sha'av mayim chamin min mecham ayedei kos, if you drew water from an urn with a cup, I opened up the urn, I put my cup of water in there, I don't burn my hand somehow, I take it out. Asur liten letoch hakos tatzmit ketzonenet, shon bashel b'kli rishon. It's considered a kli rishon, and now I can't put a tea bag in that cup. That's a good example. I didn't think of that.
It stays that status.
It stays like a kli rishon so long that it's hot. I mean, if it's cooked, it's not a problem. You can't cook anything there, exactly. Because they're trying to argue that according to the Shulchan Aruch, it doesn't need to necessarily retain the heat of the wall. As long as it's submerged, it becomes like the kli rishon, and its status is that of a kli rishon.
So the only way for the status to change is if it's like irui.
So let's see. Good question. Din irui min matzeket. What about when you pour from the matzeket? Mutar larot tavshil rotachat matzeket al gabe ochalin shelo nitbashelu mishum sheirui min matzeket nidon keirui mikli sheni sheno mevashel. So it's a very interesting compromise, and Rabbi Chaim agrees to this. La halacha, Rabbi Chaim holds like the Shemot Melechet. What happened? Okay, we're gonna go soon. I'm gonna finish my class. We go soon. I'm teaching Torah. We're almost done. Okay. Finish the bagel. We go. Good. Rabbi Chaim holds like the Shemot Melechet. That what the matzeket needs to become as hot as the kli rishon to become a kli rishon. So for this halacha, for sure he would agree to that when you pour from it, if it's not hot, then it's for sure not a problem. It's a kli sheni, then a kli shlishi. Irui kli sheni. If it is hot, then the halacha still holds that it's considered irui kli sheni that doesn't cook. Shimush chozer b'matzeket. Yesh lekayem aminag sheshoavim marak b'matzeket min hakedera u'me'arim letoch hatzalachat. So again, you have soup. I pour from a ladle from soup into my bowl. Can I put the ladle back into the soup?
We said yeah.
Why?
Bishul.
Very good. V'chozrim v'shoavim marak nosaf matzeket min hakedera u'me'arim af oto letoch hatzalachat. We're okay reusing multiple times, putting back and forth. The reason is like what we said, the matzeket atzma nidonit kekli rishon. Baru k'minyan l'shav kli mikli sheni. Ad l'shabir minhag ha'olam bazeh. V'lichora l'fi ma shepasek ha'shulchan aruch yesh bishul bishul b'davar lach sheyisanen mimhurak l'kli sheni av sheyatzu lerebo asu ha'necho achak b'kli rishon. So again, why is it be a problem? As if we want to now say that the ladle is a kli sheni, or that the pouring is like irui mikli sheni, then I can never submerge a kli sheni back into a kli rishon. That's cooking. So they're saying that don't worry, it doesn't work.
That's why they have to make that difference.
Yeah. Im ken miman avshach. Im nidon hamatzeket kli rishon, asur lachzor u'lach b'tzalachat. Deve irui mikli rishon al kli sheni. If you say that it's considered a kli rishon, you can't pour it again, back and forth, because it's considered like irui mikli rishon onto a kli sheni. What's the irui mikli rishon?
They're saying that the ladle will be a kli rishon at that point.
Oh, I think you're pouring it into the same serving bowl. Yuchab? If I have a kli sheni, I have a serving bowl. Yeah, I'm pouring into the same serving bowl. I misspoke and I said it to your plate. I'm serving from the big bowl into the serving bowl. And I don't have a ladle big enough to take the whole volume of the pot at once. So you do multiple pourings. The serving bowl is a kli sheni. If I say that I pour again, it becomes a kli rishon, and the irui, I can't pour from a kli rishon into a kli sheni. It's a problem of Bishul. Yeah. Exactly. But he says, באמת שיש לקיים המנהג, גם אם נידון למעשה כלי ראשון. Even if you want to say that it's a kli rishon, so he argues and says, for this reason, you can treat the ladle as a kli sheni. That way, if it didn't become hot, it's a kli sheni, and no problem, it's not a problem.
If it's like staying in there for a very long time, then it's the only time it'll be a kli rishon.
What?
Like when it's getting really,
Yes,
really hot.
yes. Then that's what Rabbi Chaim says. No, that's when we say it's a kli rishon. Other than that, generally, it's good to be choshesh and treat it like a kli rishon. But what you pour from is a kli sheni. It's weird. It's losing a degree when you pour.
What would be the nafkamina there to say it's kli rishon? How would that actually make a difference?
What do you mean?
Pouring into a pot.
Yeah, exactly. Pouring into a pot that has something in it. Good?
Add water to get drying up.
Very good. We said, yeah, you want it to become a kli rishon.
Why?
Because it's okay, but leave it. Don't get dirty. What was the reason there?
Leave the bagging, stop the drying, or you dry food and you want to put water.
Yeah, you poke a hole with the bag.
Second was stop drying, like putting the two. The third was like put the ladle in for a certain amount of time.
Here.
Really? Poke the hole. Works so well.
It's a good question. I'll find it and we'll explain it. So we'll wrap here and I'll find it for you. Chazak Baruch.